Yeah, I love the fact that Sam Darnold's in this situation. I want to see him function with 1:30 left and no timeouts.
It'll be first down for the Jets for the 38. Darnold gets new life underneath, gives it up to Montgomery. Montgomery's got some blockers, and he's out of bounds inside the 30. Darnold just spikes it with 3 seconds left on the game clock, and they will bring Sam Ficken in, the second-year pro from Penn State, to try to win the game for the Jets.
It's his first real opportunity to be the kicker. This is a huge kick in his career for this Jets organization.
It'll be a 44-yard field goal attempt with 3 seconds left to win the game for the Jets.
Passion's non-negotiable, but you have to love this game.
Fight! Fight to every whistle!
It's always about just the relentless, tough guys that just will never say die.
We don't care and do what we do.
Guys that hate to lose almost more than they love to win.
You know, I think it's just a story that's going to be written, man.
One play at a time. Dominate him every single play. Fourth quarter, make him quit. We gotta come out here with heart, passion, and the will to win.
It is the New York Jets and their old division rivals, the Miami Dolphins.
Keep going, go fast, right?
It was a back-and-forth affair early on in East Rutherford.
His fingertips incomplete. It'll be fourth down. It's good holds, and the Dolphins take the lead.
Trailing by 3, the Jets were looking to take back the lead late in the first quarter.
Powell tries to break away from it, and it does. And Powell's got a first down, a gain of 11 yards. A third down. Robbie Anderson has a first down. Pull back, and the Jets take a 6-3 lead on a 26-yard touchdown pass.
Hey, let's try to go today. For real. Cranking up today.
On first down, off the play fake to Laird. Fitzpatrick zips it, and it is intercepted. Nate Hairston pulled it right out of the hands of Allen Hurns.
Hey, Nate! Ah! Hey! Yes, sir. Hey! Told you, they're trying to sit right behind you. Yeah, baby! Yeah! Hey, boy.
As the defense clamped down against the Finns, Sam Darnold and the offense would look to separate themselves from their divisional foes before the end of the half.
They go to Thomas. Thomas playing healthy and has a first down. And the kick is good. Going long to the far side for Anderson. He's got it. And Robbie Anderson is inside Dolphins territory. He beat Ken Webster again. Darnold has time. Throws to the middle. Crowder's got it. Spins away. Foul in the backfield. Crowder in motion. Darnold to throw. Throws for the goal line. Thomas has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Now they're saying incomplete.
Previous play is under review.
I think that's a touchdown.
I do too.
Down by 10 points, the Dolphins would rally back behind the legs of Ryan Fitzpatrick and Jason Sanders.
The snap, the placement down. The kick is on the way, and once again it's good.
And would take the lead with 2 minutes left in the game.
Lobs one down the left sideline, drops it into Laird perfectly.
And for Sanders, it's the 7th main pick of the day. It's 21-19 Miami.
It's right there for Sam Darnold and the Jets and Sam Ficken if they give him a chance, as the Jets will get it one more time. 1:33 on the clock. They have no timeouts left, but they only need a field goal.
Time is running out.
Slant right, and it's caught. Vincent Smith down the sideline. Breaks a tackle. He's to midfield, to the 45-40. Knocked out of bounds. Well inside Dolphin territory. Darnold in the shotgun. Montgomery to his left. He's back to throw. Under some pressure. Hit. He's going to be sacked. You can't take a sack there. Four-man rush. Steps up. Looks left. Throws left. It's incomplete. Vincent Smith thought he was interfered with. Now they're going to go to the booth review to see if Vincent Smith was interfered with. So the Jets get a huge reversal of a non-pass interference call, and Ficken's going to get a chance from about 43, maybe 44 yards. 44 yards away for Ficken to try and win it. Clean spot. Kick on the way. It is good! Inside the right upright for Sam Ficken. And on the last play of the game, the Jets pull it out. They win it over Miami, 22-21.
Yeah, anytime you go out there, you're trying to do the same thing, regardless of whether it's a 55-yard or an extra point. The goal is to make it through, and credit to the snapper and holder. They had a good operation on that and made it my job really easy. No nerves? I've been doing this for a while. Obviously, this one feels really good, but I had a couple game winners in college, and this is definitely the best, moment kick I've had in my pro career, but it feels really good.
Life as a kicker has plenty of ups and downs. Sam Ficken knows that all too well.
I've certainly had kind of a roller coaster professional career and a roller coaster college career. I've been cut too many times. I've experienced the highs and I've experienced the lows, and I think you can take some from each of those, and I think it makes you a better player and a better kicker.
Dating back to his college career at Penn State, he's taken a long road to one Jets drive.
It was my second start ever. We're playing at Virginia.
Virginia is a program on the rise, and their fans are out in force this Saturday as their Cavaliers face Penn State.
Leading up to that season, we had a guy that was kind of solidified as a starting kicker and punter, Anthony Farah, and when the sanctions hit, he was allowed to transfer. He decided to move back home, play for Texas, to be closer to his family. So I was kind of thrust into the role maybe a little bit ahead of when, I think maybe I was ready for.
Ficken will come on to try the field goal.
The game started, I missed like a 42-yarder.
Anthony Farah, who would have been the place kicker, was one of the transfers. He's the guy that they thought hurt him the most.
And, I wasn't overly worried about it. Had a good warm-up, actually. And then, you just kept stacking misses.
Ficken, who missed from 40, will try from 38. And now 20, missed it again. And it's blocked.
After each miss, you kind of lose confidence in yourself a little bit, especially at that point in my career. It's my second start.
43 yards to win it. 1 second on the clock. He missed it. Virginia wins, and Penn State comes up short.
That was kind of right at the stage where Twitter and social media was kind of exploding, and I think leading up into the game, I had maybe 800 or 900 Twitter followers. I think when I got back to my phone, I had about 13,000, and probably 500 messages or tweets at me, and multiple phone calls, text messages, and a lot of them weren't the nicest. team did a good job of kind of keeping me focused on, you know, what's important. That was, you know, what do my coaches think? What do my teammates think? And that really helped me get through that process.
At his lowest point, Ficken found guidance from one of the game's best.
This is for the win. Robbie Gould's kick is good.
One of the most important things that kind of came out of that disastrous day for me was Robbie Gould reached out, who's also a Penn State alumni, and you know, we went over film probably 2 or 3 days a week for the next 10 weeks maybe. And I got to kick with him a couple times in the off season, and I think he really helped me get to that stage in my career where I was super comfortable. I believed in my fundamentals, and that kind of carried me into a successful final 2 seasons.
Sam Ficken has been in this situation so many times. He has been hero and he has been GOAT. He's hit from 22, 24, and 33. This is 36 yards to win it. And he got it. Sam Ficken is the hero today. 4 field goals. 2 years ago, he missed 5 in one game against Virginia, including a chip shot that would have won it.
I'm with Sam Ficken, who made that game-winning kick. Sam, you're a senior. You were voted a captain this year. They said you deserve to be captain because you, more than anybody on this Nittany Lions team, has handled the highs and the lows of playing for Penn State. What are you feeling right now?
It's been unbelievable, you know, to come out here and be able to win it for the guys. You know, that was a team effort all the way.
It's his first real opportunity to be the kicker. This is a huge kick in his career.
End over end. It is good!
Through those experiences, you learn how to kind of block out the noise and the stuff that doesn't matter. You know, if I'm going out there thinking, oh my God, what if I miss this? That you're setting yourself up for failure. And I think through those failures, I've kind of learned how to avoid thinking that way. It's strictly, you know, what's directly in front of me. And, you know, now I feel like it was just another kick.
As they rolled into Baltimore, winners of 4 out of 5 games, the Jets were prepared to face their most formidable challenge of the season thus far, under the Thursday night lights.
The best team, and it's not even close right now, is the Baltimore Ravens. This man, Lamar Jackson, is doing things that we've never seen in this league.
They've beaten New England, they've beaten Seattle, they've annihilated Houston. It is hard to find a thing right now the Baltimore Ravens don't do exceptionally well.
It's not going to get much more difficult at any point, previously or to come this year, than taking on a team that now looks like a Super Bowl favorite in the Baltimore Ravens.
As Lamar Jackson and the high-powered Ravens soared to a 14-point lead, Sam Darnold and company were looking to answer Baltimore's hot start.
Darnold throws, Crowder makes the catch, makes a man miss. Darnold steps through some of the trouble, finds his man Crowder. And Crowder is going to take it down inside the 20. Darnold out to his right, throws wide open, and a drop by Crowder. He can't believe it. Out to his right again. Throws, pass is...
He caught it! He caught it! That's a touchdown!
Caught for the touchdown. Crowder, he just wanted the tougher one. Jets are on the board. What a throw, what a catch.
Crow! You dropped the easy one. You want to catch the hard one? Hey, everybody, boy! Let's go! Let's go!
After the Ravens responded with another score, the Jets marched down the field for nearly 8 minutes and faced a 4th and 1, looking to tighten the gap.
If they pick up the first down here and able to take more time off the clock and ultimately come away with a touchdown, that'd be huge to beat 21-14 at the half.
Darnold to his right, end zone pass is broken up. Anderson the target, and Jimmy Smith knocked it away.
After keeping within arm's reach, Jackson and the Ravens pulled away from the Jets in the second half.
So the final score here on a Thursday night game, 42-21. Baltimore takes down the Jets, and now the Jets will try and bounce back a week from Sunday as they close out the home schedule against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
As the Jets head back to New York to prepare for their final home game of the season, Baltimore native Brandon Copeland is proving that life goes beyond the gridiron.
Our next guest spends his Sundays chasing down quarterbacks as a linebacker for the New York Jets, but Brandon Copeland also likes to tackle the stock market. He graduated from the Wharton School in 2013, teaches a financial literacy course there in the off-season. He's also a member of our Wellness Financial Advisory Council and is here in studio. It's good to see you. How did Brandon Copeland become Professor Cope at Wharton?
Question. I think what really made me dive into that was the fact that I felt like as an athlete, I was always approached with opportunities, some for good, some for bad, for investing and taking my money and doing good things with it, bad things with it, et cetera. And the good things, I thought that it's a shame that the average person doesn't hear about this stuff, or it's a shame that I haven't heard about this stuff until you see my contract and now you want to approach me with these ideas. So the point of the financial literacy class is to, one, talk about these type of investments, but also more importantly, talk about the things that we all have to deal with in life that we just don't talk about. Well, I always thought, football, the things that I do on the field won't last but for X amount of time, right? But the things that I'm trying to do off the field, the things that I'm trying to accomplish off the field, the people I'm trying to help, those types of things will be the things that I hope to be remembered for. Beyond the basics, so the name, it speaks for itself. One of the things that we try to do is go above and beyond just the basic give back, the basic, handing out certain things, or the basic community event, right? What we're really trying to do is get into young people's lives especially, and actually influence and encourage them to reach their full potential. So my wife and I, she's very big into the community and actually encouraged and inspired me to be more thoughtful in the way I go about my life. But we think that we're nothing special, right? We have a lot of drive and a lot of ambition. That is the quote-unquote special thing about us. We're willing to work harder than you. However, we've been fortunate enough to have people in our lives who've just said, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this option here. Hey, do you know you can go to this school? Hey, do you know you can do this? And unfortunately, there's a lot of kids who have the same or not more work ethic, drive, ambition. However, they don't have that parent, mentor, teacher, counselor, whomever who's willing to take the time and say, hey, take that ambition and channel it here, right? So what we're trying to do is do that for youth, for people around us. And every city that we go to, every city I play in, we end up trying to help it. Planning this last year, we had 40 kids. We took 40 kids shopping on a shopping spree at this Target we're about to go to. And, every year I'm trying to level up everything that I do. Is like, okay, I'm always thinking for 5 years from now, and how do we make sure that we build this thing the right way so that even when I'm done playing football, I can still run this type of event on this type of level. And so I thought, how cool would it be if I got my buddies on other teams to replicate what we're doing in their respective cities. So, we reached out to some of my old teammates. It's that whole mindset of like, hey, we can compete like hell on Sunday. However, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, let's find a way to together help this world. And I think that that's going to be a pretty cool thing. All in all, we'll be taking 300 kids shopping, $200 each around the country. My name is Brandon Copeland. I play football with the New York Jets. This is year 7 for me in the league. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland originally. My foundation, Beyond the Basics, Inc., I started that with my wife, Taylor Copeland, right there. The point of our foundation is to help people unlock their potential. Around the holiday times, around this time of the year, we always look for ways to try to give back to well-deserving people. And this year, it just happens to be you. On behalf of Beyond the Basics Foundation and all these players here as well, and there's also people here who've donated, Target as well, we really wanted to take all of you shopping and give all of you a $200 shipping shopping.
It's a really great cause, and it's something great that he has going. I was a part of this last year, and just to see the excitement on all the kids' faces, just to be around, professional athletes, number one. Number two, to go on a shopping spree with one, knowing that they're able to do something that they'll remember for life, and that they're going to be able to take something home to their family members and loved ones. It's just, it's really heartwarming, and that's why I'm glad to be a part of it.
Make sure get some stuff for your siblings, like Christmas is,
Oh, enjoy yourself, all right?
Thank you. It's kind of like the blueprint for what you want to see guys do with their money and that growth as a player. Like he's pretty much like the blueprint. Like you get your money, you invest it off the field, and start a family and do things and give back into the community. I mean, if you're supposed to do it, I think that's how you're supposed to do it.
I am so proud of him because Brandon's work ethic is unknown. Like, it is so unique. This is the guy that is working hard not only for his job, but also to make others happy. And like, that's what drives him, like to be successful, but also to understand that he can be the change that he wants to see in the world. And like seeing all these small things that he does to make the bigger things so great is like super amazing.
I thought it'd be really cool to be able to take some kids and change their holidays and hopefully in turn also change their lives, right? Some of us, a lot of us, don't have a reason to smile around Christmas and to be able to just give them a little extra surprise. It doesn't change everything, doesn't change where they go home to every single day, but hopefully it can be a small spark and hopefully, like the young lady said, hopefully we have an opportunity to rub off on them and kind of create a different change in mentality for them.